Good afternoon and welcome back. We are here with Korey Dropkin on another episode of Splitting the House. Welcome, Korey. Great to have you on board.
Thanks, Jerry. Good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
And I think this is good news, I think. Good time to chat. You're on the curling ice in real games starting on Friday.
I know, crazy to conceptualize it all. It's we're looking forward to being back on the ice. We'll be in masks and one sweeper on the rock, and honestly, just looking forward to being back in competition.
So it's been an interesting ride for you guys. You've sort of rose up pretty quickly through the ranks. I know, it's sort of that whole idea. It's the Titanic and the iceberg. The work you've put in over many, many years through juniors up into men's play is really starting to pay off now. I think you guys sit 14th or 15th in the world rankings. Sort of broken out on the scene last year in the Grand Slams, making a playoffs in Yorkton, I think it was, at the Canadian
Yep.
Open. And, we're starting to see some real potential out of you guys. You're still quite a young team out there and the future is bright. Tell us a little bit about the evolution and how it's felt on your end.
Yeah, yeah. Last year certainly did seem like a breakout year for us. The year before we were getting back into it with the young guys, and although we were still doing well, we were still improving, we were still seeing a lot of things coming together. It just didn't. We weren't ever able to secure a final, and we lost, I think, 5 finals that whole season. And really, to start off last year and go to that tier 2, and even in the middle, I mean, we struggled for a few games, but just sort of kept our heads high and fought through, and winning that tier 2 has kind of just got the monkeys off our back, and it just felt wonderful. And just knowing how hard my guys are working, they really deserved it. It was a really good time to break out, and yeah. So, and then getting that tier 1 slam, the Canadian Open, was just a really great experience to be able to play, with all those top teams, and in front of fans and a big audience, and playing on the phenomenal ice that the Grand Slam curling events host. And it was a great experience for us. Obviously the year didn't quite end as we wanted it to at men's nationals, but I think every time you have one of those situations, there's a lot you can learn from. And really for us, we had a lot to take away from that week, and being able to move forward with a lot of confidence as a team going into this year, whatever becomes of this year.
So you've been a five-team mix in the past. It was yourself at Skip, and then of course you've got Joe Polo, Tom Howell, um, Mark Fenner, Alex Fenson, all was part of your squad. And you kind of mixed and matched a little bit. You had Uncle Buck, I think you like to call him, really adding some experience to the squad last year. And it certainly added some challenges, though, trying to give everybody ice time and fit it all in at times, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the dynamic of having a 5-person team in general is always difficult. It can be extremely important, and you, as long as everyone is really able to commit to the 5-man team, to the 5 person team, there's a lot of benefits that come out of it. And I think we have a 5-person team that's invested in each other, invested in winning, and just wants our team to move forward, doing the best we can, moving into really this year, moving with the trials ahead of us, and really displaying the best curling we can display as a 5-person team. So we're all really there in support for each other, and we're going to be doing whatever we have to do to succeed. So I think all of our minds are in the right place, and we're looking forward to getting back on the ice and playing some curling.
So you've been doing some extracurriculars outside of curling. You've been trying to figure out how to, kind of pay for your everything you want to do in your life. As curling certainly doesn't pay all those bills quite yet. Tell us a little bit about some of the projects you've been working on, and what you're trying to do to give back to the sport, and also some work and life things you've sort of taken on recently.
Um, yeah, I've had an extremely busy 5 months or however long it's been. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Um, we, yeah, I've really wanted to create something that helps build curling at the youth level, and you know, something that really supports and guide younger curlers to help, one, increase the popularity of the sport, but two, just bring them the support that they need and deserve. Because really, there isn't a lot out there currently, and this isn't just in the U.S. This is all over the world. And so, one of my biggest goals has been, and it's not just my biggest goal, it's my family's goal, has been to provide an outlet for kids and any really adult curler that just wants to be able to improve at any level. So my first initiative, our first initiative was Katie's Club, and so it's Katie's Club is all about trying to build the grassroots of curling, and so I've been working with 61 curlers over all over the U.S. the past 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks. Actually, last night was our final week of the program with my GNCC group, the East Coastern region, and next week will be the sixth week, final week for our U.S. Open group. And so it's been a really fun experience. I'm really happy with having all these kids on board and working hard and just wanting to learn. When kids are here to listen and engage and learn from not just me, but from the guests that I had on, between John Schuster and John Epping and Colin Hodgson, Eve Muirhead, Nicholas Adi, and we also had the U.S. junior, the former junior girls champions from the U.S. and it was just so much fun. And I know the kids really experienced it. They had a blast and they've learned a lot. And that's things like this. Just we need more of it. And these kids, the kids that want to improve and appreciate the sport for what it is. They're gonna come knocking, and it's been really good to just be working with them and seeing how they've improved. And I'm really looking forward to see how everything goes when they get back on the ice too. There's some certainly in the cities that have ice in Chaska, and I think Blaine's obviously is now open. But especially in that GNCC area, I don't think there's many clubs open. And then when you go into the North Dakota or out west or over in Colorado, I don't think they have much ice yet available. So I don't know. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been just I'm looking forward to what's next.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see that this is coming up. The Katie's Club is really getting some attention. I know you've shown some videos helping out with some of the other kids out there and everything when you really got this started at the beginning. And there is certainly a huge demand for this from what I'm finding. The opportunity to learn, to play in a camp. You're seeing a number of teams start up these types of camps, and it's a great way to sort of get involved and figure out where you get started. I'm sure from here you've got some bigger, grander ideas as to where you want to take this and make this go big. But I think there's just so much marketing opportunity for our sport behind this as well. When you've
Mm-hmm.
got some of the top curlers coming out to a session to train, there's a value add there where the experience you bring is something that they can learn a lot from. But then even there, the residual effects of things like them getting to meet you, getting to know you, you build a fan base over time, and before you know it, you've got a large following of people with you who can kind of help support you in other ways. And it's certainly something you've been doing. You've been creating a whole brand wrapping around your team, the gear that you've been putting together and selling. And it certainly helps your career out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly helps the curling career and generating more fans. Really bigger picture, it helps USA curling and the sport of curling in general. An increase of curlers at the grassroots level helps produce a higher population of curling. We need to the curling clubs around the U.S. The majority of them, there's the average age is quite high, and if we can really start generating more younger curlers within the different curling clubs, I think we're going to find that this sport really explodes around the states, and not just the states but around the world. And I think that's honestly the most important part. I think we all want to see this sport explode, and really, I think the grassroots level is where that starts. And so, being able to provide, and it's not just me providing, these opportunities, and we got the U.S. National Junior Program Development Program that's now out that Jessica Schultz has been, putting together and has just launched, I believe, and that's just an awesome opportunity for these kids to take it to the next level and learn from these different resources that they're able to offer. So, building the different types of opportunities that we're able to offer, and really building the interest from the youth ages of the sport.
Yeah, that's definitely where we need to invest. We do see the same thing in Canada. Our age demographic in curling clubs is quite old. I think the clubs you're mostly talking about are your established clubs in Minnesota and the Dakotas and Wisconsin. Whereas you start to go beyond that, we are really seeing an influx of younger people, and it's a lot of fun to see clubs like Hollywood and the new clubs doing things differently and bringing in new faces to the sport.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool to see the growth. Now we just got to keep growing, keep
Yeah,
growing.
exactly. So, Corey, a little time here. Shout out to your sponsors, to some of your supporters, some of the people who've helped you out. Let people know where they can find your Young Bucks gear, how to reach out to you and get a hold of some gear to start the season to support you guys. And yeah, and looking forward to the weekend, being able to watch you guys throw some stones again.
Yeah, we are. We're looking forward to getting out in the ice, and we're appreciative of Harline, Tin Can Fish with Bella Seafood. USA Curling has been a huge support for us, and helping support our progression within the sport. And so yeah, we're out there. We're going to be curling this weekend. Make sure to follow us on the web stream, and we're looking forward to displaying some good curling.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it, and I'm sure we'll be trying to get a couple of interviews over the course of the weekend, a couple of quick hitters to find out how things are going, and see how the games are wrapping, and hopefully see you guys in the final. Maybe another rematch with the old guys.
You know what? Whoever it's going to be, it'll be a fun game. I would love to. I would love to play Richie this weekend, though. It's always a blast getting on the ice with them.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Corey. Really appreciate the time. This has been our latest episode of Splitting the House. Please follow us on Curling Zone on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Hit the bell. Make sure you know when we're up next. Anyways, thanks, Corey. We will be back with another episode sometime soon. But until then, everybody, take care.
Stay safe, everyone.